Buddha's teachings. Transform your life. A detailed guide to training your mindset for a fulfilling life. In an ancient village in India, there once lived a blacksmith named Vishuta. Though skilled in his craft, his heart was always filled with anxiety and discontent, and his relationships with others were strained. One day, while overwhelmed by the deadline of an important order, he made a critical mistake due to exhaustion. The piece he was working on had become warped during the final heat treatment. Enraged, Vishuta smashed his creation to the ground. Seeing this, the villagers around him became fearful, and word of his temper quickly spread throughout the village. Soon, everyone began to avoid him. Struggling with loneliness and hardship, Vishuta found himself wandering along the river on the outskirts of the village one night. There he encountered a calm-looking monk, who would later be known as Buddha. With a heavy sigh, Vishuta started sharing his frustrations and anger. Vishuta, my life is a mess, filled with anger and frustration. Though I am a skilled blacksmith, my relationships continue to worsen, and I cannot control my temper. Buddha quietly listened to his words, and in a gentle tone replied, Buddha, Vishuta, your suffering does not come from outside you, but rather from within your own mind. Vishuta, puzzled, asked, Vishuta, what do you mean by within? Buddha pointed to the flowing river and continued to explain. Buddha, like this river, the source of your words and actions lies within your thoughts. Thoughts give rise to words. Words lead to actions. Actions create habits. Habits shape character, and ultimately, character shapes your destiny. Vishuta listened intently as Buddha continued. Buddha, your thoughts shape your inner world, which in turn affects the outer reality around you. If you keep thinking, I am unfortunate, those thoughts will turn into words, then actions, and soon people around you will see you the same way. Reflecting on his daily thoughts, Vishuta realized he often harbored negative ideas. Vishuta, so if I change my thoughts, my life will change too? Buddha nodded gently. Buddha, exactly. However, changing a mindset ingrained over the years is not easy. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts. And whenever you notice negative thinking, try to replace it with something positive. Vishuta pondered this. Vishuta, so if a thought like I am unfortunate arises, I should replace it with something like I have the power to find happiness? Buddha, precisely. Begin by making small positive goals each day. For instance, today I will be kind to at least one person. Simple goals are enough to start. Filled with newfound hope, Vishuta nodded. Vishuta, understood. I will start by setting small goals each day and try to turn negative thoughts into positive ones. Buddha, that is an admirable resolve. Remember, progress is achieved step by step. Over the following weeks, Vishuta practiced thinking positively each morning, setting small goals daily. Gradually, he began to notice a change in his attitude, and the villagers also noticed this shift in him. Yet one day, he was confronted by another trial. One day, a young apprentice in Vishuta's workshop accidentally broke an important piece of equipment. Vishuta's temper flared up, and he harshly rebuked the boy. Vishuta, you're useless. You've ruined this crucial order. Don't ever set foot in my workshop again. The boy, in tears, fled the workshop, and the villagers once again began to fear Vishuta. Overwhelmed by regret, Vishuta returned to Buddha for guidance. Buddha listened calmly to Vishuta's story and gently counseled him. Buddha, Vishuta, remember, words are like blades. They can harm or heal depending on how you wield them. Vishuta lowered his head in shame. Vishuta, what should I have done instead? Buddha, first, take a deep breath to calm yourself and then observe your emotions. The boy didn't break it on purpose. It was an opportunity for him to learn. Buddha continued. Buddha, make it a habit to express gratitude and encouragement towards others each day. By doing so, your heart will begin to heal little by little. Vishuta nodded deeply with a new sense of purpose. Time passed, and Vishuta made a conscious effort to express gratitude and encouragement to those around him. Slowly, his relationships with the villagers began to improve. But he soon encountered another challenge. A rival blacksmith moved into the village, trying to take Vishuta's customers. Anger flared within him once more, and he considered spreading rumors to tarnish his rival's reputation. But just before taking action, he paused and reconsidered. Again, he decided to seek Buddha's guidance. Buddha smiled gently and spoke. Buddha, Vishuta, remember, actions are like seeds. Plant seeds of anger, and they will bear the fruit of suffering. But if you plant seeds of compassion, happiness will grow. Vishuta thought deeply. Vishuta, so what should I do? Buddha, see your rival not as an enemy, but as a chance for mutual growth. Is there something you can learn from him? Or perhaps a way to collaborate on a larger project? Taking this advice to heart, Vishuta approached his rival with a proposal for collaboration. This decision brought benefits not only to both of them, but to the entire village, strengthening the trust the villagers had in Vishuta. With time, Vishuta made kindness and cooperation a part of his daily life, and the villagers' trust in him grew even stronger. Still, under stress, he occasionally fell back into old habits. One day, when the village was preparing for a grand festival, Vishuta was invited to join the organizing committee. However, as discussions progressed, he became frustrated when his opinions were overlooked and considered leaving the committee. Once more he sought Buddha's advice. Buddha, Vishuta, habits are like rivers. Over time, they carve deep channels. Changing them doesn't happen in a day. But if you start creating new pathways, eventually, even rivers can be redirected. Vishuta asked, Vishuta, how should I proceed? Buddha, every day focus on nurturing your positive qualities. Respect the opinions of others, and discover the joy of working together. Vishuta returned to the festival preparations, choosing to focus on the strengths of others and his contributions, and he steadily built cooperative relationships with the villagers. The festival was a resounding success, and many villagers praised Vishuta for his efforts. As years passed, Vishuta's habits evolved, and he earned the respect of the community. His life became stable and fulfilled, yet a small sense of unease remained deep within him. One day, the village chief announced his retirement. and the villagers recommended Vishuta as the new chief. However, Vishuta hesitated, fearing he might not be up to the responsibility and might revert to his former self. With these doubts in mind, he visited Buddha one last time. Buddha, understanding Vishuta's concerns, spoke to him. Buddha, Vishuta, remember, character shapes destiny. The thoughts you cultivate shape your character, and character in turn shapes your fate. Reflecting on his journey and growth, Vishuta found the courage to accept the role of village chief. As chief, Vishuta applied the lessons he had learned, guiding each villager and supporting them through their struggles, just as he had been supported. Under Vishuta's leadership, the village flourished, and the villagers' hearts grew richer. Many years later, an elderly Vishuta found himself once again by the river, meeting Buddha. He bowed deeply, expressing his gratitude. Vishuta, Master, thanks to your teachings, I was able to transform my life by changing my thoughts. Buddha smiled serenely. Buddha, Vishuta, it was your strength that transformed your life. I simply shone a light on the path. Vishuta nodded, grateful for his journey, and vowed to continue his path with compassion and wisdom.